We're back here with another episode of the Halfcast podcast. We're not letting anything stop us at the moment. I know the world's in a bit of a scare with the coronavirus. As you can see, nothing's really changed for us.
Tough times. Very tough times.
We're doing everything to still bring it to you.
That's it. We started this pod game, and now we're bringing it back, and we're still here today.
That's it. Before we had any excuse not to do it, now we're actually doing it. Bro, it's way too hot. We're gonna. Nah, dude. Nah. It was a good gimmick. There's no way we can do that. It's hot as shit in here. Woo.
I'm telling you now, that's crazy.
That didn't last long. I'm gonna breathe. What happens if something actually happens, man?
Oh man,
bro.
Imagine that.
All right,
I couldn't. There's no way, man.
And plus, you would have heard crinkle, crinkle the whole episode.
Drink West, baby.
Big Bop, thanks for coming on. A lot's happened since the last episode.
Skinny Mini, can you help me get my...
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Skinny Minis. Slip straight out of it. Here I'm struggling. That bop off.
They're triple XL. Yeah, bro, a lot of crazy times at the moment, eh?
Yeah, that's it, eh?
Everyone knows what's going on. We haven't... Since the last episode, the whole world shut down, man, real quick. It's scary. And not as much with the virus, I think, man, just how people are acting.
Yeah, that's it. I know we're talking about our jobs and everything at stake, but for me, it's just about my family and giving us safety. I think that's the main thing about us today. It's all about our safety and looking after each other's. And I put my trust in Tyson. He's healthy, and at the end of the day, it's just us here. So
that's it, man. Well, that's a good point because Ty's actually back in Australia because obviously the recall from overseas. But we just couldn't risk having him in here. He's on self-isolation at the moment. I think he's going like a little bit stir crazy because.
Well, they said 14 days, but I'm pretty sure Ty needs 28 days.
He should have been self-isolating a long time ago, eh?
Oh man, it's good to talk smack about him while he's not here, but we're gonna get him on later on the show.
It's actually cool because we're gonna get him on. He said if we could do before 7 because he didn't want to be drunk by the time we.
Isolation 101.
Bro, Aussies, man. That's a big point. We're trying to get out Drink West at the moment. Obviously everything's slowed down because of that should have already been brewed, but might have to do home delivery. So if you want Drink West, I'll drive it out. We'll be in these hazmat suits, and I have to be passing it out 100%. Like that.
Or as I could throw it at your door if you want. You get a knock and a free drink.
You talking about jobs, man?
Yeah.
Obviously the NRL's just shut down. To be honest, I was so surprised, because they went, all right, we're shutting everything down, and then the NRL doctors were like, oh no, we're sweet to keep playing. And that was the day after they said that they weren't doing well with money. So I'm not going to let you speak on that or get yourself in trouble, but it was just to be honest, suspicion.
I think, I didn't mind playing behind closed doors. It was something different, no crowds, no nothing there. It was just, a couple of board members, a couple of coaching staff, and, just the boys on the sideline. It was different. Everyone knows our rivalry with Melbourne is massive, and then, our crowds go off for that kind of game. And, it's the grand final rematch from, back in 2016, and I think it's just ever built from then on. So, look, to have a quiet one, you could hear a lot of things going off in the, my big man next to me, Woodsy, was yelling out shoelaces to Smitty and just everything. You hear the frustration and everything that comes out of a game, and especially all the positive stuff.
Did that sort of bring it back into local games, right?
Yeah, that's it. I kind of gave you that local feel about it, going back to play with your mates, and that's what it's all about. But, it's kind of a good thing now that we're moving forward from this, and it's all about looking, towards the future and looking after our families, and NRL's really, jumped on board now, and we're following the rest of the sporting world by, taking family first.
Yeah. Well, It's like because you sort of like feed off the crowd, bro. I love like you live for the crowd, man. Like when you're like they give it everything, man. When they're screaming.
That's it. I'd rather play away than play at home. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah,
like
that's
it.
it.
It pumps you up.
You kind of love that. You love that negative stuff,
yeah.
and you do something good. Just walk past, give a little sly look. Yeah, you see. Give a little kiss in the crowd. Hey, you see that? Just for you, man.
in saying that, bro, I also love the quietness of it. Like I saw Brazil was like, like that's a fight. Like I saw, well, for UFC anyways. I've been for NRL. Like I've been to the Contender Series.
Yeah.
And it's similar to that. No crowds, quiet.
Just quiet.
Just the fucking.
You can hear the impact.
That's it. That's
You're
it,
gonna hear the impact.
You just hear the and the guys, the air leave his body when he's like, you know, like that's that they're all factors in it that change. But yeah, like you said, it's good that the NRL have like adopted that. And even did you see the big summit today? Like I think a lot has changed with that summit. All the world leaders, especially if you're like doing it hard as well, stay vigilant. Like get onto all of the rebates. I think with the government, is like if you're doing it tough, man. They're the people that I feel for. Like because for me, I've been doing it tough for about 2 years. Like and not tough. I don't mean tough as in like because I set myself up like but I mean tough as in like I haven't been fighting. So it's almost good for me because now I get to catch up to the UFC.
Yeah,
they've slowed down. But I mean, like not working, not doing what I love, not doing that. So I know it's going to be a shock for a lot of NRL players. Like,
well, that's it. I think I think they're talking about we're expecting the worst. I know I am. I know I'm ready for it as well. And for me, I've been living like this my whole life. I'm used to this kind of life. I think that's the main thing. About being humble and you're not being greedy about all that kind of stuff. I'm set. So, but in saying that, mate, I'm up to go get a job. I'm sweet. I can go. I got mates who are tree lopping who want to do. Who's already offered me some work during the weeks and that. Why dive into my mortgage and just outside
because you don't want to work
because that's it.
Because that's all ego, right?
Yeah.
Because even KP put on on our group. He was like, "Oh, bro, they're like hiring out of the mines." I was like, "Fuck it, I'll work in the mines. I don't care. I'll go do 6 months, bro." Like
that's it. We got 6 months. You got to. If they're saying we're going to be back November 1, mate, I'm happy for it. I'll go and do your average.
For the family, bro.
That's it. I think the main thing at the moment, there's bigger crisis going on right at the moment, and if they're telling everyone to stay inside, to stay inside. But that's the main thing. We are actually in Tyson's house here, so that's the good thing. He's big
TV. 1.5 meter spacing. We're staying.
So we're good.
And that's one thing as well. When you're staying home, still gotta train, bro. Still gotta read. Still gotta self-development. Like these are, I think some people take this as an excuse. Like I'm teaching the black tie boxing at Zoo at the moment.
No.
And it's like where those people that's people who've never had a fight, never been in the gym. And they go train for 8 weeks, and then they have a boxing fight.
No.
So I've been coaching that for the last 3 seasons now, and it's really cool to see people that like these guys they've never fought, like never had a confrontation in their life, and then they get into their boxing fight. But now it was halfway through the season, and I told them I was like, some of you are going to take this as a way out. Like this is going to be your excuse, like because that's when it's like halfway through the camp, we're like, oh 100%. Shit, I got to punch on, I got to do this, my family's going to come. Now it's like an excuse. It's like, oh, you fucked it up, the coronavirus. It's like an easy way out.
Yeah, that's it. And for myself, it must have been the toughest week for myself, trying to, get motivated, knowing what's going on, what's the future hold for myself. Is there going to be footy next week? Is it going to be footy, in 4 weeks' time? Is it going to footy back? My mind's going a bit crazy, stir crazy at home. I didn't have to go to uni to become a teacher. I'm a full-time teacher now at home. So that's been massive. Massive credit to teachers.
Which subject are you teaching?
I teach everything.
You're only doing the cooking classes, eh?
Mathematics, spelling.
Did you take down the video?
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know who did.
Someone took it down.
Yeah. Back to trying to get motivated, but I don't know who took down the video. So that's all.
I thought you took it down, and I was like,
I was talking about the WhatsApp one.
Oh.
Anyways, back on track.
Yeah, there was a video about football players going for jobs and spell red.
Spell red. What it is?
LMTR. Like, oh, you're slack. He doesn't know how to spell it. Matt, with that show, bro, they They just bully him. You wouldn't get away with that show now.
Oh, man.
Bro, they just smash him, eh?
That's sad.
Why are you laughing then?
Because you look like Dave at the moment. You're saying it's sad, eh?
That's what you're doing.
Fuck. That's what Dave does. Dave could see someone from like a mile down the street.
Your face isn't matching your reaction.
But you look at me like,
you're doing opposite reactions.
Oh, you're a dog. You're a dog. So,
but yes,
like, back to training inside indoors. Look, I trained today, and my training was a bit different. I was on a watt bike.
Shit.
45 on the watt bike, and lucky I had like my kids there.
This doesn't count as training,
mate. Fun's training heavy too. Bobber gaming.
We'll get to that.
But mate, I was on this watt bike for 45 minutes trying to find some kind of motivation. I was lucky I had my kids in the garage there just to, to keep me going, and they kind of put it on. And for me, I'd rather get out there and just go outside and quickly go for a ride around the around the Shire and that. But mate, it's self-isolation. I give credit to all those people who have to train by themselves, Olympians, fighters. He's going to camps and that, and for myself, I can bank on 30-something people, to get me up of a day.
Yeah,
if I have one bad day, I've got like the rest of the week to be good.
And it's your job, man.
Oh,
so now this is where the integrity comes.
Out.
Now this is where the integrity comes, because this is what I was saying. Like, it hasn't really done anything for me, bro, because I've been doing this for the last 2 years.
Yo.
Like, I've got my watt bike set up in my house at my TV. I do I've been doing random workouts. Everything everyone's needing to do now is what I've been doing for 2 years. So I'm like, yes. Right, like all I'm doing is catching up now.
That's it.
Now,
mate, you're
I'm on that ass, boy. Now I'm on that ass.
Like people been saying, the first week's the hardest, and then the second week gets easier. And I guess you find that routine and kind of stick to the routine. I think it might get easier and easier for me. It's I think my sleeping patterns have been off, but in saying that, going from a full-time athlete to back into a normal day life, it's weird, man, because I'm watching my wife at home and she's doing the cleaning and she's doing helping the kids out. I'm just sitting there going, this is what you get up to like all day, every day. You know what I mean?
And then you still didn't help. That's crazy.
Still just sit there. I have a magic table, and like here I'm thinking it's the magic table where you put your clothes on, and then some way somehow it just cleans itself. She's right there. I finally found out what the magic table does. So, it's all credit to them. But for myself, it's been tough times. But I just want to ring someone and say, look, come down the park, let's flog ourselves, and then go back in hibernation. But for what's best in the world is to stay home, and I'm gonna stick it out. But then
I think they're still doing boot camps.
Yeah,
I think you're still allowed to have 10 people out, 1.5 meter spacing. So it's dependent on the floor space. I know it's still safer to not just spread it, but because we're at the stage we're at, they will get to like that level 4 lockdown where it's like everyone just stay inside, bitches.
Yeah, no.
But even Italy, people were dressing up in sports gear to go run and meet up with people. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it's a very, very hard stage that we're at, man. But do you have a morning routine?
At the moment, I kind of got down pat. I'm straight up first for early hours shower. I have to shower by 7:30.
Yeah.
And then I'm straight up. It's kids' breakfasts. After that, just it's pretty much going to school. I treat my house like it's school time. So I get the kids settled and that into their schoolwork. I kind of have to split them up because LJ's in year 2 now. So I split him up. I got my daughter in. She's not even kindergarten yet, but she's writing, doing the lettering, numbering. A bit different towards LJ. And the schools have reached out and gave us a few things what they have to do, and
so
it's
does
quite
your wife
tough,
teach you and LJ at the same time? Or
so I'm in year 1. So LJ's above me. Hey, but I must,
You'll be trying to look at LJ's work.
He's cheating.
What'd you get?
So but I look at the positive things for myself, and that we're studying, and that it's a perfect opportunity for me to take.
Yeah.
I feel like there's that. My diet and downtime is just playing games. Online. If it's not playing at the back with the kids, not swimming or something, it's just I'm online gaming or something, especially at night. I think that's my main thing.
That's
at the moment.
the bedtime thing, but that's why like this 75 hard thing, man. I was lucky that I started it when I did. Even with Latu, bro, we started it right before all of this happened.
Yeah.
So now that this has happened, all it's done is like allow us to have a routine in place that we're just knocking it out, man. Like,
well, I think when it comes to the, and especially nighttime, just I think with gaming, it just connects you with the world a bit.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
I feel like it's. I reckon even through mental health, it helped a lot because I was interacting with other people and talking with others. I think that was the main thing. It was, you know, I wasn't going home and sit on Netflix and just sit there and watch, you know, movies on movies and movies. Now I'm actually interacting with other people, and you know, I just, you know, we started streaming and that, and you know, I feel like it's you know, that's now time.
I think because it's a double-edged sword, like, it goes both ways, man. Like with the group that we've been doing it with, it's been good because it's sort of like a little meet-up group online sort of thing. But at the same time, it's the same disconnect as Netflix, right? And like it takes you away from that human interaction sometimes. Yeah. Like, you know, like sometimes you might not spend enough time with your wife or something, but you're on the video games, spending it with your boys. She hears you laughing out loud like you've never laughed before. man, my wife said that. She was like, "You've never laughed like that with me." I was like, come on, man. Come on.
But even in saying that, and not just have a dig at like some wives and my missus, we go watch you know, Netflix and that, and you know, you're over on your phone or you're talking on your iPad, or you know, it's something.
But whose fault's that? Is it your fault for not bringing up good enough conversation, Bopper?
Well, you gonna talk through a movie?
I hate those people. I hate those people. But have you ever just sat down and looked in your wife's eyes and just like?
No, I can say if I did that. What the fuck are you looking at? Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you right? Nah, come on.
Come on, cuz. Communication. Communication.
Oh, don't worry, but we have plenty of downtime.
Yeah, well, now you do.
Now, plenty of downtime.
Yeah, so 2 more kids.
I would like to know, like, the stats behind this period. How many people you think about it, right? Let's go from the next 6 months. We'll find out how many people you know have kids.
Boom. Or and like, not to be the pessimist, but there's going to be a lot of breakups too. Because imagine all that time that you don't normally spend with your partner, you're going to start learning stuff about them that you go, oh shit, I didn't know you didn't. I didn't know you didn't brush your teeth. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to pick up on habits that you didn't know. I didn't know you didn't.
There's a lot of people out there who are saying actually that, like, there's going to be huge fights. And yeah, some of the boys, I'd look around the locker room going, I'm sweet.
Yeah, that's exactly right. If you've already been through bad times and stuff, bro, and know how to deal with it and communication, that's fine. But like, even the craziness with the toilet paper, bro, people are going nuts. Like, what? Like,
I'll be that one guy, right? If they were all fucking
if you're on video fighting,
but if I seen one person with 10, bro, I'd be going here. Share the load. Come on, share it out. Because at the end of the day, fuck, we're all human.
And then next minute,
100%. Oh yeah, that one person.
Even see that old.
But I wouldn't care. Like, come on.
Rip the bag open. Give one at a time. No.
Oh man,
bro, it's stupid. And like
at all things they load up on that, right? We have one in South Australia, a full massive factory, and what most probably people didn't know here in New South Wales, we have one at Penrith, a huge factory.
Yeah. So that's the first place.
I know, and then what? We import our toilet paper from China. Come on now, come on, man.
Yeah, that's why they had the pandemic. But I know. Even with the toilet paper, bro, I'm thinking like when people were grabbing toilet paper, like that was the first thing to go. Like when they said you have to survive, your first thing was to go grab toilet paper.
Mate, have a shower.
Bro, have a
shower.
Bro, don't even just leave it.
Mate, grown up nappies.
Man, bro, Thailand's been doing this for years.
Oh,
like,
man.
A little bit of water, a little bit of hand. Also a lot of diseases, but that like. It's just not my first thing. So I know if we go into this if we go into this big apocalypse, I'm at least going to beat the first 3 waves, because those first 3 waves include the people that think toilet paper is your first thing. So I can eat them.
What would be your first? What would be your first thing you grab? And if you went in a shop, right, and you knew it was complete lockdown, what are you grabbing if you knew you had to be survival mode?
Oh, good question. A knife.
There you go.
Yeah,
a knife.
Yeah.
Food wise?
Well, you could like get any of the people with that.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, and then like.
I'm just thinking. I was like, knife. I'm getting a gun.
Yeah, true. Well,
I don't want to run. So I was running around with a knife. I got him.
It's like that. That's like one of the.
But I know what you're saying.
For survival wise, I'm just like a knife, bro. Because like animals, bang. like we've done it before. Like we've done it. Like I've done it before. I've never caught one animal like that in my life.
It's been asked to go hunting for a long time. All right, we're gonna bring it up. We'll end up going hunting one day.
Yeah, this is what's funny. So because of this, there's one of my mates actually mentioned this, and he goes, a lot of creativity is going to come out of this. Like imagine all the bands, all of the musicians, all of the artists. They're all sitting at the home. They're all now got all of this free time to create. I was like, and just like that, that's brought out a lot of stuff for us. Like Bopper Gaming, so we're now streaming online for our online gaming for, I think it was COD, GTA. There's 8 of us. We've got musicians, videographers. They're in there, and
we've got a bit of everything. And when I say everything, it's a bunch of boys who well trusted within our group. We just go in there and our banter is real. I must say, our banter is real. We love spraying each other, but at the end of the day, we just love making videos and having, digs at each other. If I'm not getting sprayed, someone else is getting sprayed. If someone else is getting sprayed, we make each other's day. I think that's the main thing.
I've been getting sprayed a lot, and it's probably because I'm new. I get it. I'm that new guy. But fuck, if I see you in real life, I'm going to smack the shit out of you, eh? Like, he talks some mad... he talks so much some mad shit.
Behind some mics and that. Like, next minute, he rocks up to the house. Fuck. And people... imagine if you could do that.
Naki talks some mad shit for someone who I know is not agile.
He's a bouncer.
Right, I know he's got a cuddle on him, but I'll punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah, a little,
I know he's got a bouncer cuddle in him, but man, I'll dog shot him.
I don't know what's going on. He's going for that Eminem look lately.
Man, this my man ate Eminem. Nah, it's good because he can't get me back here.
Oh man,
he gets me on the line a lot, but that's yeah.
So we all jumped on board. All 8 of us jumped on Bopper Gaming. It's a little content we're going. We're on every social platform there is. We've got TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Could be Twitch for now. Might be other things. We don't know. We'll see what would Sponos want to come up and see if we want to go branch off to bigger and better things. We've had a lot of, people want to take us on board, but it's different. Our content's different.
Crazy.
I put on my social media. Tyson puts on his social media. It's blowing up. Comments are sharing crazy, especially with the TikTok world now. I feel like the time is now when we're branching off big. I just wanted to get, my footy profile and I guess just my home stuff on my own Instagram somewhere else. And now we're just trying to branch off this Bopper Gaming, and it's, we are, really heading in the right direction with it.
But, and it's the same, how like hard you're pushing with the Bopper Gaming is the same way I went with the podcast when it first started.
Yeah.
It's like you figured out something that you really like doing and that you wanted to give to the people, and it just evolves from there and it gets better and better. Like our episodes from here, if you watch our first episode, which a lot of you have.
Tin Shed.
We
made it, baby.
Yeah, bro.
The hot Tin Shed.
We went from Tin Shed. Look at us now, boy.
Sweating bullets.
No aircon, summer.
Proper sweating bullets. We got a TV.
Yeah.
We got a TV.
With our logo.
We had a little cardboard
Bro,
box.
we've got a logo.
We made it.
We got mics.
Oh, mate, we got mics. Actually got actual mics.
There's that's what all it is, progress. So I think this downtime, a lot of this downtime is going to help out. Like even here, like I'm going to be delivering food. There's a thing in Western Sydney. I'll share it on with the link on the podcast. But they're doing home style meals for, I don't know, people who can't get the food, can't do it, and I told them I'll deliver it. So that'll be coming out to Western Sydney soon. I think they're going to start at first by doing it with the Bell, like home ice cream. But if it goes into lockdown, I think I'll only deliver it to your house. And that's something that I want to do. And also, I've offered that because I want to eventually deliver Drink West to the house.
It's funny you say that because I seen a post from Jared Hayne during the week. And it was, him just speaking real. If you need help, if you need anything, I'm talking cereal. If you need one roll of toilet paper, if you need... Mate, he was willing to give the shirt off his back just to hand out to people. He just says, slide in my DMs. He goes, I don't care if there's hundreds or thousands. Just let me know where you are. If you're close, I'll get out to you. If I know someone around your town, I'll get them to help you out.
That's what I was about to say as well. So if someone's in dire need, like I know my wife's old man, he's not in the best position health-wise, and there's no way that he would be able to without the help of us. So if you don't have those people, someone like that, get in contact with us, and if we can't do it, we'll find someone that can.
We'll find you in the right direction. That's it, I think.
And we can do that easy, man. The Football Network, the UFC Network, we'll be able to do it. So make sure, like, these are, like, as bad times as they are, it's not dire. Like, we're everyone.
And that's what it's just us humans just helping each other. And that's all it is. It's just God's people, working it out for everyone else. So, I think every sport, everything goes out the window now. It's just about, us, being together as one and helping each other out.
Well, even with the sporting, I was thinking of doing like an online fight club. Because there's no sporting on, I wanted to just get people. If you've got any dramas with any of your friends, hit me up and we'll like meet up somewhere.
We'll sort it out.
We'll have a punch on. And, like, we'll stop at like 2 stomps.
Man. Oh, Kimbo's back,
bro. 100%.
Fight Club's back.
Tyson.
Oh, Tyson. You want to go west and see some Tyson?
Man, so with the Bopper Gaming, I'm doing Pedro's Guide to Survive. That's a YouTube series to help you with any of your survival needs. You can pretty much get rid of all of your survival books that you have at the moment. I'll teach you everything you need to know about survival.
I believe you. I believe you when you say this, but would you like to know Bop's theories of survival?
Fuck! Why take my idea?
Go explain. Finish it off.
No, I don't want to anymore. So, anyways, don't follow Bopper Gaming either. So that's a YouTube series coming out. Especially there's a lot of.
You're rattled, eh?
That's a piss take, but it'll be good for you. It's I got my old man to teach knife fighting skills.
Oh my god!
But do you know how Harry he went?
Oh no way!
Like, he was showing me. I was like, Dad, just do a knife fight skill for it.
Surely,
dang!
Surely, I want to see him with a butterfly knife.
Oh, bro, man. And like he's been training with me non-stop.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we'll be training now, and he'll hit me or something, and he was like, "Oh man, my power's back, eh?" Like our Lord.
Man.
He was like, "Man, I haven't had it for a bit." Like, and now he's getting feeling himself, eh? He's like, "This is."
That's grateful. That's grateful. He's self-praising everything now, so let him be.
So, man, and he's doing very well. He's dropped weight, looking slim, looking fit. Same as my brother. He's on the 75 hard. He's dropped 10 kilos. Again, we've mentioned the 75 hard. If you need something, a goal while you're down, get on this. Last but not least, we're working on a little... We'll call it a YouTube series for now.
Yo.
So the name's to be dropped, but we'll be working on it. The first episode coming up this week. And that's going to be a real cool thing.
It's going to be massive.
I think it's going to be really exciting. It'll be an offshoot, sort of like the podcast, but it's
pretty much. I would say more of a, it's a podcast, but we're doing a vlog on the run.
Yeah.
Our series is going to be fun. It's going to be between us.
We got some cool guests coming on, and this all came from the podcast as well. And thanks to all the people that have helped out organize it. But we got like marlin fishing trips, hunting trips, big trips. We just got some big news today about it. So there's going to be like, it's just going to be really cool.
It's going to be all fun and games,
especially in this downtime. We want to give our viewers something to watch.
Just a bit of a competition between each other, and we're going to.
Well, there's no way you're catching anything.
Oh, don't worry about me.
100%.
You can use a fishing rod. I'll go under with my
with your knife, eh? Because I went out with Will and Powerfish, so.
No, I can't be that. Honestly. I've been out with Rex Hunt, Andrew Eddinghausen. I just can't be that. He's the number one. He's a 3 meter flatty.
Bro, I'll be out there just in bus stops, like 100%.
A few chicken burleys.
Bro, now a little bit of a catch up. We're done. Let's see if we can get the other bopper on.
Yo.
Call in Ty, Big Ty. See how he's doing. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny.
This is gonna be the best.
What are the Do you see me or what?
Yeah. Do you have your headphones with the Beats with the microphone?
Yeah, but how do I connect it? I don't know how to connect.
If it's just Bluetooth, don't worry. If you got the cord, if you don't have the cord,
what's the cord?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it then.
Do I have a cord? Hey, what are you doing?
Have you seen that news clip? The news guy comes in, the baby comes in like dancing.
We got to clip that.
You're naked.
You know when the little girl comes like dancing in, and she made it.
Bro, we got to clip that. Carter ran in while we were doing the thing. We got to clip that like later. All right. Ready? All right, we had a little pause. We're back with Big Bam Bizzle. What's going on, brother? Still in self-isolation?
Yes.
Yeah, good, bro. It's been a little bit, man. What since you've been on the podcast, Andrew's been holding it down, but how was, first of all, the States? How was it?
Yeah, it was good. Really good experience. Really good team. They welcomed me with open arms, so it was good. Good to be home now since all this fucking craziness is happening in the world. But
yeah, how was obviously, bro? For those who don't know, Tom went to AKA. He trained with DC, Kane, everyone. How was the team? Like,
how was the camp? Yeah, I want to know like, did you take anything?
I'm not
gonna
lie. You were for like a 2 week. Like there was 2 weeks. Went to the States. We didn't see any training videos, and then I saw you. I was like, my man's is heavy. Bro, you looked big, bro. You look skinny now.
Maybe we're next to GC and it's a bit different. But like, it makes him look bigger.
Were they small? Because Kane looks smaller next year.
No, I've seen you doing all your training. You still look skinny though.
I'm anorexic because
he's blessed. Bams, he's blessed.
Skinny bop.
It was good. It's just such a elite level, and not just like one person. You know, fucking
everyone.
There's all of them. They're all good at what they do.
But
especially DC and Kane, man, they're just like, especially to what we're different to. You know, like they're so great at mixing it up. That's all I really need to learn. I need to learn how to do mixed martial arts instead of
boxing. Bro,
knocking out.
Instead of big swing, no ding.
Bro, I'm so jealous of it. Man, it looked like awesome training, bro. And like, there's a reason they're both champs, right? Like I really want to know like how it was even with sparring, like what the wrestling was like, especially like that's why you went over there. You didn't get much time, I know, but was there a big jump, especially in training? Like,
well, to be honest, my wrestling partner was a high school student.
Yeah,
and he had me like arrested a couple of times.
Oh no, man, that's nothing worse.
You know the arrested.
And can't move, eh? No, nothing.
Straight, oh, I get it.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, no, and how old is he?
Oh, he'd be fucking 18, 19. He's top 3 in the country or something like that. He's an awesome athlete. He's big boy.
Well, wait. I hope he's big boy. I thought you were going to go like, yeah, he's an 86 kilo champ.
Nah, he's a heavyweight and just got that Mexican power and just fucking keep going,
that's an ugly wrestle, eh?
Bro, Kane is the same. He's just so big of a human, and he's so just does everything so good at what he does. It's just like
mad.
And he's so fucking fit. I was just like, bro, let me breathe. Look at me, you know.
Help a brother out.
You can see I'm struggling. On the drinks, big boy.
Huh?
On the drinks, big boy. Self-isolation's been tough be
Isolation's been fucked.
You're a walkabouts man, so I know be doing your head in.
I'm institutionalized.
4 days. Is this? Oh no, because America as well. How they obviously went into.
I was in lockdown over there.
Yeah.
For about a week and a bit, and then I've been back here, been on lockdown here. So.
Well, it's lucky you got into the country, man.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, it's lucky you got back into the country,
Just
man.
in time too.
Well, I don't really watch all the I don't really get too involved and all that, you know. And then like
what flights?
Huh?
And involved in what? Flights?
No, watching like news and that, you know what I mean.
I don't really I don't keep my hand on the line, you know. You're a freshie, bro.
What are you talking about?
I don't keep my ear to the ground, is what I'm saying. So you didn't know you were in lockdown. You were just cruising around and you...
No, I knew that, but I didn't know like the ins and outs. You know? And then my neighbour behind me moved. He goes, "Oh, there's no work." And then the family in front was packing up, you know. And then I was like, "Fuck, what's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, the army's gonna come." And I was like, "Yeah." I walked inside and booked the ticket.
Peace. I'm out. yeah, man. Because America.
This is exactly what he said. He goes, "I'm going home to me guns." I said, "Yeah, mad. I'm booking a ticket." What the fuck am I going to do?
Ty's like, yeah, sweet. But they're crazy over there, man. Like with the guns. So if you're not sorted, then. But
shit's gonna get crazy back here. You know, I'd rather be back here.
Yeah, you know? where your home is. But it's crazy in America as well, just because they're they've already got so many homeless, bro, with no work and stuff. Like our government with all the Medicare and like the government grants, but over there it's gonna be a hole for some people, man.
It's gonna be a hole everywhere.
Oh, for sure. But that's the thing. We're very lucky in the country we are, bro, because of how the government.
We live in the best country in the world.
100%, man. That's why I'm saying we're so lucky.
But to be honest, we should have been on lockdown 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I saw Ty's going for Prime Minister just before we went live.
I can hook that up. I know the bloke. I know the bloke. He's big Cronulla fan, so I know that guy.
Yeah. Well, set a meeting up.
Oh, fuck it. We'll just rock up to his house. I know the bloke.
So, ScoMo, if you can come on the podcast,
up. Wait, ScoMo, we're up.
He'll ask me to read something and I'll get it wrong and I'll be like,
nah. You keep the job.
No, you stay president. You stay president.
So how much longer, bro, have you got in isolation?
I'm about 20 minutes from.
Explain what happened to you, Ben. So, like, you come in the airport. For some people who don't know, you know why.
Yeah.
What happens when you come into America.
This is what I like. It's a bit silly, like how it's been done. So I got off the plane. They fucking shove a thing in your ear, check your temperature and that, and they ask you, "Do you feel sick?"
Yeah.
And then they let you on your way, and then you fill out your form, and then you go on your way. And then no one tells you like how you can get home. Like, do you get a car? Does someone pick you up? Like, does
what do you mean? Where did you get? What, from the airport?
My son picked me up. He's done. If this is the case,
so if you didn't self-isolate, your family's already got it.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's. But today he pulled in the rule like if you come in, you have to stay in a hotel. It's like. What are you like?
Yeah, well, that's 2 weeks. Oh, that's what you mean by 2 weeks late, because you've already.
So then we've come home, and a couple of days have gone, and then went up to the hospital, and like Briley went inside to ask, "Can I get a test?" And they go, "Does he have symptoms?" And he's like, "No, he just come from overseas." And they said, "Well, not really."
That's it.
Hey.
That's it, you're done.
So they don't want you to get tested. So then,
how do they know?
Two out of 3 cases in Australia have been brought from overseas.
100.
Yeah. So yeah.
So I went back today.
Got tested.
And I said, I come back from overseas, fucking coughing me guts out. Possible
clear signs and symptoms.
Wait, did you go to? Wait, so yesterday how quick you went to the pen? Did you go
straight to the front of the line?
Straight to the front of the line.
Straight to the front.
Isolated room. Everyone.
You've got to be a lion cunt to get a test.
Oh fuck! Oi, I have corona. Everyone is in quarantine right now.
You're too much, cuz.
I can't believe it, mate. I can't believe it.
Oh man, that's how one of the boys, I swear, was just like, "Oh, I got a fever."
No, but
and then they got tested straight away.
Wouldn't you think that the test should be as soon as you get off the plane, everybody should get tested.
Yeah, with a name.
Yeah.
With a name. It's only it's a swab. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah, but if you're going to just if you're just going to make it available for everyone to go fucking lie, well then how many people are that paranoid and scared of all the news?
I'm not going to lie. If I'm looking at 14 days,
I need to get tested. I've got corona.
You think about 14 days in a hotel or 14 days at home in isolation. Where are you going to lie? Are you going to lie to get into,
You'd probably take the hotel,
or home? Nick, can you drop off my PlayStation, my iPad, and just make sure my iPad's in that bag? Don't care, no clothes. I'll sleep naked for the 14 days. Quarantine 101. Lost my undies in half hour.
But it is what it is. We're lucky we have such a good health system.
Yeah,
anyway.
that's a positive because there's other countries that don't even have those tests. They're just running around.
I think we've got the kind of attitude as if to say like, oh, we don't have many yet, so let's just fucking do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, that's pretty much every country though, and then they've paid the price, right?
Yeah, 100%. Some of the videos is big.
Also, we don't have the population, but 25 million.
We're a lot more spread out than a lot of the other countries. Like, bro, I was in all of those analytics where it shows where the virus is going to be. Every single thing, it's always clear in Northern Territory, so I'll be heading up there. It's all right in the middle.
But they're also the biggest communities we don't want it to get to.
Oh, for sure.
All the Aboriginals and blackfellas out there, the health isn't that
exactly. The immune system would already be low, right? Yeah.
And then
if that goes through there, it'll
maybe
fucking
4 hours.
wipe everyone out.
Yeah, for sure. So Ty, obviously we won't be able to get you on this first episode, but the second episode we're going hunting, or it'll be diving for the new series. Don't look at He's never hunted before. Right, what's the first day that he can't have a shower? Done.
What?
You know the terms and conditions, all right?
Yeah, he's allowed to hunt as long as he's got a shower. That's the only way.
I know that, but beside hunting human, have you ever hunted before?
Me hunted?
Yeah. Have you ever gone hunting?
Fucking from Mount Druitt, brother. We've been hunting forever.
Yeah, that's what he said. Besides
humans.
Because I don't reckon you can catch a spider. Spiders aren't for me.
I've been asked to go piggy in that, and they go, "Oh no, we got to grab it and like stab it and that." And I'm like, no. No, I ain't all about all that.
Man, that's what with the horns and that, some of the boys are ruthless, man.
You can go and get fucked.
Go and get that and you stab across it. Nah, no way, bro.
Ty's more...
Just give it a chance. If I miss it, it just bucks me with its teeth.
Yeah, bro.
No, Ty's more of the like lay on the oil type of part of the pig. That's what he's like. He's like the more of the turner, right? Like
I come and tap it on the back and make sure the crackling's done.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been hunting before with guns and that, but like, if you told me to run up and grab a pig and like slice it, right? Yeah. There's no way. Yeah. I've been like into a chicken farm.
Oh, you can tell down. I'd do it no worries, but I'm not grabbing it.
Yeah. I was sitting there trying to like
with a chicken.
I didn't want to get packed. Imagine like these ones with the big studs, like things like.
No, with the horn on it.
Hey.
Yo. So what's the plan, bro? We'll wrap it up here, but what's the plan for you now for the next 14 days? Pretty much what's happening now?
Just 14 days of alcoholism.
Bro, that's why Drink West is coming to home deliveries. We got our hazmat suits. We'll be bringing them to you.
We got
coming soon. Drink West. It tastes delicious at the moment. New recipe. The guys from Penrith keeping it West. Well, anyone you want to thank?
Nah, just personal sponsors. I want to thank Puma. Thank you very much. And just thank everyone out there. And I just want to, wish you all stay healthy, stay isolated, and, be real and tune in. Halfcast podcast.
For sure.
And Bopper Gaming.
Bopper Gaming. Follow it, streaming on all platforms. Anything, Ty, from you? Thanks for coming on, bro. Hopefully we can see you soon.
Yeah, man. Just stay safe, cunt. Stay away from people and wash your bum. Fuck.
Cheers, cuz.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
It is.
Can you give us an example how you wash your bum?
Yeah.
Just, how do you...
You got to dip it. Spread and dip.
He's like saving. He's saving on the one ply. Is it?
Hey, all these people going crazy over the toilet paper. Thailand has been preparing for this shit for fucking ever.
Yeah, we're just talking about it. We're just talking about it before.
Tyson said the same.
The hose is mandatory, and it should be in all toilets.
Yeah. No, I was wondering why I passed by the house. You got the problem.
Bro,
the
I'm
hose.
telling you now, I got one in my main bathroom. I never even knew.
Oh, I've done a few hour and a half shit in Thailand. Don't worry.
I swear to God, I thought it was a cleaner toilet.
With the hose full
With
ball.
the hose, yeah.
Straight on the ass. You're like, man, he's been in the toilet for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Just hear the hose going.
Bruv, stay safe. Thank you very much for listening in. The next episode will be coming soon. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And that's a wrap, bro. Thanks for coming in.
Drink worse.